Happy Tuesday, everybody. We as humans are all different, and that is a beautiful thing. Not just in the way that we look, act, but also in the way that we interpret the world. This is called natural language processing and can be largely explained through our 23rd mental model in this 30 and 30 series called "The Map is Not the Territory." Understanding this helps us better communicate with others, leads us to more compassionate behavior by embracing our differences, and helps us in acknowledging that at times we can be wrong. Our reality is really only a representation of what really is. Let's dive in. So to easily describe this concept, let's use the exciting analogy of ordering food. When you order something off of a menu, does the food always look, taste, feel exactly like you read it? Absolutely not. Sometimes it doesn't meet our expectations. Sometimes it blows it out of the water. When we take in information from the menu with our sense of sight, those things are filtered before they are processed, incorporating our memories of memories, feelings, and past experiences. This is going to formulate what our expectations are for the meal besides knowing what they are. The same can be said for how we internalize the world around us. Our perception of the world is being generated by our brain and can be considered as a map of reality written in neural patterns. Yet, there are a couple of problems when it comes to maps, as described by the creator of this model, renowned scientist and smoker Alfred Korzybski. First, a map can be wrong without you realizing it. That so much should be obvious. Maps are abstractions. By definition, information is left out. And maps are always created by somebody else imperfectly. More possible fake news. Second, a map is by definition a reduction of the territory, which means it leaves out certain important information. Reality is a lot messier than what's on a spreadsheet. If investors only took into account numbers and not empirical evidence such as a company culture, they'd be making bad decisions. Likewise, a dating profile is not the person. A test score is not a measure of intelligence. A resume is not the applicant. 3, this one is big. A map needs interpretation, which is a process that often leads to mistakes. Perception is not reality. If someone doesn't say hi back to you on the street, it doesn't necessarily mean they don't like you. They could be in their head thinking about their sick child at home. But you don't know that because you don't have that reality on your map. Perception is not reality. Only the tiniest bits of information that we are exposed to actually run through a filtering process driven by our past experiences and emotions. This becomes our reality and is not necessarily always right. Likewise, those billions of bits of information that we don't actually process are either just deleted, distorted, or generalized onto our map, further reinforcing the map we've created in our mind that may not be reality, which in turn influences how we act. This is where cognitive bias and logical fallacies arise and need to be watched. Lastly, breaking my rule of 3 and including number 4. A map can be outdated and represent something that has changed or no longer exists. Maps represent a snapshot in time, while our reality constantly changes. Just because we may have had one bad relationship doesn't mean that all relationships from here on out are going to be disastrous. So be skeptical of your maps. By understanding and respecting our limitations, we become less rigid and more open to finding better means of making decisions, making more accurate judgments, and communicating more effectively. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.